The year was 1986. The world was locked in the grip of the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union eyed each other with suspicion. But a new threat was emerging from the deserts of North Africa. Libya, under the iron fist of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, had become a state sponsor of terrorism. Gaddafi's regime was implicated in a string of attacks against American interests. The most brazen of these was the bombing of a discotheque in Berlin. This attack killed a US serviceman and injured countless others. Tensions between the United States and Libya reached a boiling point. The Reagan administration, committed to fighting terrorism, decided to respond with force. The world held its breath. A decisive blow was needed to send a clear message to Gaddafi. The US military began to mobilize its forces in the Mediterranean. The USS AMERICA CV66 was a Kitty Hawk-class supercarrier. It was a floating city, a testament to American engineering and military prowess. Commissioned in 1965, the America had seen its share of action. It had served with distinction in the Vietnam War. Now it was poised to play a pivotal role in another conflict. The America displaced over 80,000 tons fully loaded. Its flight deck stretched over 1,000 feet. It was home to a formidable air wing. The carrier bristled with the latest technology. It was a potent symbol of American power projection. The America was ready to deliver a decisive blow against Gaddafi's regime. The mission was codenamed Operation El Dorado Canyon. Its objective was twofold. First, to cripple Libya's ability to conduct terrorist attacks. Second, to send a clear message of deterrence to Gaddafi. The operation called for a series of precision airstrikes against key Libyan military targets. These included airfields, barracks, and a command center linked to Gaddafi himself. The stakes were high. The operation carried significant risks. The possibility of civilian casualties weighed heavily on the minds of the planners. There was also the risk of retaliation against American interests. However, the Reagan administration deemed the risks acceptable given the threat posed by Gaddafi. The USS America, with its formidable air wing and seasoned crew, was chosen to spearhead the operation. Preparing for the storm, the calm before the strike. Aboard the USS America, the atmosphere was tense but focused. The ship hummed with activity as sailors and air crews made final preparations. The flight deck was a scene of controlled chaos. Aircraft were fueled, armed, and inspected. Pilots went over their mission plans. They practiced every maneuver in simulators. The air crews were the best of the best. They knew the importance of their mission. They were ready to face whatever the enemy threw at them. The target was deep inside Libya. This meant a long flight over hostile territory. The air crews would face anti-aircraft defenses and enemy fighters. The mission required meticulous planning. The element of surprise was crucial. The strike force had to evade Libyan radar. The tension was palpable. Every man and woman aboard the America knew they were about to enter harm's way. Thunder in the desert, the strikes commence. As darkness fell over the Mediterranean, the order was given. The roar of jet engines shattered the night. A wave of A-6 intruders, F-14 Tomcats, and EA-6B prowlers thundered off the deck of the USS America. The sky was ablaze with exhaust flames as the aircraft climbed into the night. Their destination, Libya. The flight to the target was long and fraught with danger. The aircrews relied on their training and skill to navigate the darkness. The prowlers worked tirelessly to jam Libyan radar, providing a crucial electronic shield for the strike force. The Tomcats flew top cover, ready to engage any enemy fighters that dared to challenge them. The intruders, armed with precision-guided munitions, approached their targets with deadly accuracy. They unleashed their payloads on Libyan airfields, barracks, and other key installations. Explosions lit up the night sky, marking the success of the American attack. The strike force met with fierce resistance over Tripoli. Libyan anti-aircraft guns and SAM missiles filled the sky. But the American pilots pressed their attack with courage and precision. They relied on their training and technology to evade the enemy fire. A resounding success, the aftermath of El Dorado Canyon. Operation El Dorado Canyon was a resounding success. The American airstrikes inflicted significant damage on Libya's military infrastructure. Gaddafi's ability to support terrorism was severely degraded. The operation sent a clear message that the United States would not tolerate state-sponsored terrorism. The success of the operation came at a price. One F-111 Aardvark was shot down during the raid. Its two-man crew, pilot Captain Fernando L. Ribas and weapons system officer Captain Paul F. Lawrence, were listed as missing in action. Their sacrifice served as a stark reminder of the costs of war. The impact of Operation El Dorado Canyon was felt far beyond the shores of Libya. The operation demonstrated the United States' resolve to combat terrorism. It also showcased the capabilities of the US Navy and the importance of aircraft carriers in projecting power around the globe. The USS America, having played a pivotal role in the operation, returned home to a hero's welcome. Guardians of the Seas, the enduring legacy of aircraft carriers. The USS America was decommissioned in 1996. Her long and distinguished career came to an end after 3 decades of service. But her legacy and the legacy of aircraft carriers like her lives on. Aircraft carriers remain the cornerstone of American naval power. They are symbols of strength, capable of projecting force anywhere in the world. These floating cities, bristling with aircraft and technology, are a testament to American engineering and military might. They are a deterrent to our enemies and a reassurance to our allies. The men who serve aboard these mighty ships carry on the legacy of those who came before them. They are the guardians of the seas, ready to defend freedom wherever it is threatened. The USS America and its role in Operation El Dorado Canyon serve as a reminder of the importance of a strong national defense and the courage of those who serve in harm's way. The spirit of the America and the spirit of those who sailed aboard her continues to inspire those who stand watch on the decks of America's aircraft carriers today.